first one and Hall's one on your left.
So
So there's an old irrigation behind it.
There's
These
an
people
old
just did this.
irrigation over the channel. There was a ditch. It ran the whole length of that parcel. And it never really got used. It was a tailwater that dumped into that orchard. Can't remember exactly what.
Because these people just filled it up in their yard, their property.
The ditch?
Yeah.
They're supposed to have a berm on the back of their property that prevents anything from going to that ditch, I thought.
Well, this is what they did.
Wasn't that Hollow's?
Where that rock is where the ditch. Because then I've had other people ask me, oh, can we just do what the neighbor did with that ditch and cover it up? I'm like, what?
I don't think they should have covered the ditch.
I get confused between Hull's Phase 1 and Hull's Phase 2's. Phase 3's ditches.
We'll have to look at that, April. Okay, let's
Sorry, I just got
start.
reminded.
You're okay. Okay, this is the Providence City Administrative Land Use Authority meeting. It is Wednesday, November 4th, and we're about 2:45 in the afternoon. We have one item on our agenda. Present today, I'm Scarlett Bankhead, and I will be chairing the meeting. We have Rob Stapley, our Public Works Director, and Max Pierce, our City Engineer on our Land Use Authority. In our audience, we have our City Manager, Ryan Snow, who's working the cameras for us. We have our Stormwater and Compliance, April Fredrickson, and then we have Jessica Williamson from Visionary Homes. All right. Our one item today is a conditional use for a new home. We will consider for approval a request by Visionary Homes for a home located at 217 East, 520 North. And April, if you want to come up to the mic and give us a summary of the staff report, that would be great.
Okay, so the complete application was received October 28th, 2020. And it contained the Providence City conditional use application and residential site plan and then payment. Okay. And then Rob Stapley did his inspection for the infrastructure on October 29th, 2020. And then the findings of fact, Utah Code 10-9A-507 and Providence City Code 10-5 for sensitive areas and Providence City Code 10-3-5 for conditional use permits. In the conclusions of law, Providence City has adopted land use ordinances that include conditional uses and provisions for conditional uses. This parcel is in a hazard water table area. Providence City has the authority to impose reasonable conditions to mitigate the reasonably anticipated detrimental effects of the proposed use. The request meets the requirements of the codes listed in the findings of fact with the following conditions. And the conditions are the applicant will continue to meet all relevant federal, state, county, and Providence City rules, laws, codes, and ordinances. And the applicant will mitigate hazard water table by submitted mitigation letter and window well drain detail. And then this conditional use is for the residents only as shown on the site plan, date stamped October 15th, 2020. Payment of fees listed on the Providence City zoning permit and approval by the city of any application submitted or paperwork does not alleviate the owners and or their agents from their responsibility to understand and conform to local, state, and federal laws. Providence City's approval is not intended to and cannot be construed to allow any laws to be violated.
Thanks, April. Jessica, you received a copy of the staff report, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The letter that April referred to was dated January 9th. It was written to me on behalf of Providence City. It was Dallas Nichols from Visionary Homes submitted the letter, and he talks about the geotechnical report provided by A Cash Corp on June 12, 2019, addresses the high water table. A land drain it says that it also indicates that a land drain would be an acceptable mitigation strategy that will allow constructions of homes with basements. Based on this recommendation, a land drain has been installed as part of the subdivision improvements. Each single-family residence in this development that is planned to have a basement will install a footing drain that connects to the provided land drain. A detail of the footing drain will be submitted to the city as part of each building permit application. And this letter was submitted as part of this application, and also the footing drain detail was submitted. Max or Rob, do you have any comments on this one?
I do not.
I do not either.
Okay.
I just have one question, if you might.
Mike?
The land drain that's installed, is it sufficient that it covers for all the different phases of the project, or is it a different land drain for each phase of the project?
I was only ever, to be honest, this might be a better question for our development team. I was only ever told that there is a land drain, singular, and that it was put in for the whole development. But, I mean, I don't know if it's a network of drains or if it's just one big one. I can find that out.
Yeah.
Go ahead, either one.
Maybe you know,
Yeah,
maybe
we
you know
do.
it.
We do. Yeah.
Okay, I figured you might. I just thought, you know what, as we get onto the other phases, when it was all one phase, I figured all of it was counted for one phase. I just was asking as it expanded into the next phases and as we were going towards that direction. So
It is, and it's a land drain that's put in the streets that similar to what you would do with the sewer line.
Right.
So it's got a main trunk line and then it's got laterals stubbed into the lot so that each lot then can tie onto it. And
So each new road that's built in it maintains this kind of a wrap or whatever.
Now, it may not follow every single road, but yeah, it's branched out such that it can serve all of the areas that they anticipate having basements on, and that's their plan. So.
Okay, all right, appreciate that. Thanks. You were saved.
Oh, good. I'm glad Max knew.
Any other concerns, Ryan?
Mm-mm.
April, is there anything you want to add? Jessica, you have any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, that being said, I would entertain a motion to approve the conditional use for a single-family residence located at 217 East, 520 North, based on the findings of fact, conclusions of law, and conditions listed in the staff report that was reviewed during our meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Rob Stapley, second by Max Pierce. All in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Voting's unanimous. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion. We adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion by Max Pierce, second by Rob Stapley. All in favor?